ago, one of my daughters and I signed up to run in the Race for the Cure in Columbus. We waved and we cried for the ladies who rode the trolleys because they couldn't walk, and we cheered for the people in the pink shirts, the survivors. And we thanked our lucky stars that we weren't one of them. My husband and daughters and I even traveled to other races for the cure and races for all types of cancer in Ohio and out of state. And one year I even was in Montreal for a race, and I didn't understand the word French, but I clapped when they clapped, and I cheered when they cheered, and I jumped up and down when they jumped, and I ran when they ran, all for a cure. Year after year, I ran in Columbus until 2014, when we had other plans, and I skipped the Race for the Cure, and I skipped the Relay for Life for our other plans in May of 2014. But I did return again to run again in Columbus in 2015, and this time I was wearing a pink shirt. I was a survivor. And I returned to the Relay for Life in 2015 to walk in a purple shirt, a survivor. What happened in between is my story, like yours. After a yearly doctor's checkup with nothing out of the ordinary, I had a routine yearly mammogram here at Coshocton Memorial Hospital. And I went home. I was waiting for the letter that all was normal. Come back next year. And that letter never arrived. Instead, there was a call to come back for more mammograms, ultrasounds, scans, tests, biopsies, visits to the best surgeon in the world in my books, and finally, in December, the verdict, cancer. That word now felt like a hot, wet wool blanket slapped in my face and across the chest, and I couldn't breathe. I felt angry with myself. I didn't want people to know. I felt grief. I felt embarrassed. I felt invaded by something dirty in places that I didn't want to talk about. I certainly didn't want my students in school to know. I had to tell my family members, and that was hard enough. They're sad, sad reactions. But you know, with God, I knew that everything would be all right. Regardless of the outcome, it would be all right. After surgery in January of 2015, after weeks of radiation, in March, I was declared cancer-free, and I was a survivor. The help and the love and the support of my family and friends was overwhelmingly gracious and humbling. The prayers from people I knew and from so many people I will never even meet are something I can hardly fathom. I can only try to repay them by praying for others in their time of need, and pray hard and pray purposeful. My gratitude and appreciation to all the people in the medical field, the doctor's offices, hospital staffs for their knowledge and kindness can't be measured. My chats with other friends and new acquaintances who are cancer survivors are special, and they're unique. The disease does not define us. We are who we are. You understand that. So, here's to being boldly brave to live every day for what it is. We all know the end of the story, the adventures in getting there. Thankfully and humbly walk with God with an unstoppable faith and trust, and know that God has you, and that's a quote from my friend Kate. Appreciate the wisdom and knowledge of those who continue to make advances in medicine. Lovingly support goodness. Graciously, kindly,